brother, like you said you were overwhelmed by what is happening in your country. I'm going to post this video so you can watch it. You say when you're asking me a question, you say you are because of what's going on in your country. Brother, forget what's happening in your country. Your country people don't give a damn about you. Your country people in Uganda or wherever that place is, they don't care about you. You, my brother, cannot do a thing in your country. You're 70-something years old. Start thinking about yourself. Because you, my brother, you very soon are going to see how wicked the world is. When you can no longer move. When you have to spend 5 minutes to get up from the chair. That's when you realize how wicked the world is. Because even your relative cannot help you, not to mention your country. Forget your country people. Forget them. First Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. So it says that when King David was old, he could not keep warm, even when they put covers or blanket over him. So he's always cold because he's old. He's always cold because he's old. Even when they put all these clothes on him, sweaters and blanket, he still feels cold. He was still cold. He was still cold. So what do they do? Well, let's see. He was so cold, and they were like, they had to do something. But hold on. There were people there. His family, they were there and stuff like that or whatever. Though the Bible doesn't tell you. So now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Wherefore his servant said unto him, Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in thy bosom, that my lord may get heat. So they said to King David, Sir or Lord, we would like to suggest we can find you someone to always be with you, to be with you and talk with you and, keep you company. And David was like, okay, no problem. Whatever you guys think, it's okay. So, verse 3. So they sought for a fair damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag, a Shunammite, and brought her to the king. So they found this young girl, and they brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, and cherished the king, and ministered to him. But the king knew her not. Now let's read that in another translation. King David was very old. King David was now very old, and no matter how many blankets covered him, he could not keep warm. So his advisors told him, let's find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you. And the key word here is what? Look after her. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the time to plan for your future. I don't care if you're 16 years old. I don't care if you are 60 years old. No matter your age, Brother Tobiah is encouraging you to start thinking about your future and who's going to look after you. And oftentimes, your family will not do it. Oftentimes, your family will not do it because we live in an upside down world today. We live in a world where family only help when they can get something from you. When they can't, they toss the person out. Where are all the wives of David? Ask yourself that question. Where were all his wives? Where were they? Do you think they were there and they had a woman? Think about it. Where were all his children? Why will all his children and his wives be there and they're going to find somebody? Like, where were they? My brothers and sisters, the Bible did not tell you. But use your tongue to count your teeth, as my people will say. That's a proverb over here. We have a proverb that says, use your tongue to count your teeth. That means it's a proverb. Think about it. With all the wives that he had, all the wives, the Most High is speaking to you right now, but you don't realize it. The Most High is speaking to you to take serious your future because you will suffer if you don't. Nobody's going to help you. Most High, I did not come on here today to tell you this. Before I began to speak, I didn't know I was going to be doing this. I didn't plan to do this with you today. The Most High wants you to think of your future. Plan for your future. David, with all his power, all his wealth, all his might, all his wives, all his children, they still have to go find somebody else to take care of her. Think about it, my brother. Think about it, my sister. Think about it. And it's you with a couple of kids in 2020 something. You think that they're going to be there for you like that? It would be nice if they would be there for you, but the world has changed. The people in the world have changed. If David's wives and David's children was all clamoring around him, if they had built a house somewhere and put David and they're all taking turns taking care of her, why would they be finding a young woman to take care of her? Think about it, my brothers and sisters. If his family were there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, taking care of her, why go find someone else? Somebody might see this virgin over here and think that they're trying to find him a wife. No. Is he going to die having sex? You think that if you get that old, you're going to care much about sex anymore? They found this person here to take care of him. To take care of him. To look after these words. Look after you. Look after you. So why would they want to? That's the question that I want you to think about. Why would they want to go find this young woman to look after David if all his wives were there looking after him? How many people is it going to take to look after David? Why will they look for a young girl around the age of 13, 14? Why would they be looking for a teenager to look after David if all his daughters and sons were there? Think about that. They have to go find a teenager outside. They have to search the whole Israel to find a teenage girl to look after David. But all his wives and children were there. Wake up, my brother. Wake up, my sister. The Most High has spoken to you. Wake up. Plan your future. Plan your future. Nobody will help you. Those you're counting on will not help you. When it all said and done, it's going to be those that you don't even think about now. They are the ones that will help you. Am I talking nonsense? Aren't you seeing it right here in your face? Look at it right here in First Kings chapter 1 verse 1. It's right here in your face. What about regular Israelites? How come they're not coming to help David? What about the people that he was ruling? What about his daughter-in-laws? My brothers and sisters, open your eyes or else you will suffer when the time comes. This is the time to plan. What about all the daughter-in-laws of David? How come they cannot take turns and help him and look after him? He's old. He's old. He's old. He needs to be taken care of. Where are the daughter-in-laws? Where were they? Where were the grandchildren? And you who is a nobody, you're gambling with your future. You're gambling with your future. So his advisors told him, let us find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you. My Lord, she will lie in your arms and keep you warm. So they searched throughout the land of Israel for a beautiful girl, and they found Abishag from Shunem and brought her to the king. The girl was very beautiful, and she looked after the king and took care of him. But the king had no sexual relation with her. She looked after the king and took care of him. Who's going to look after you and take care of you? Ask yourself that question. Don't tell me the answer. Ask yourself, when you get older, when you can no longer move around, ask yourself, think. I want you to start thinking about your kids. Start thinking about your grandkids. Who is going to leave their career to come and look after you? Because you're going to need you will need someone to look after you. Who is going to do it? Who's going to look after you when you get older? That's a question you need to ask yourself. And this is the time to start planning. This is the time. If you can still move, whether you're a man or you're a woman, this is the time to plan. I'm not telling you what I'm not doing. Be focused. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be focused on the law. Do not be distracted. Be focused. If you do have a plan, let's say you have a plan, then focus on that plan. I had a plan of moving to Africa, and that plan, it took almost 5 years. I had my plans. I rented a public storage. I kept that storage for years, buying the things I need and be putting in that storage, buying stuff I need and be putting in the storage, buying things I need and putting in the storage. I started out with moving out of where I lived. I thought, why am I paying all this money every month on rent when I'm hardly at home? I work 12-hour shift. I work 12-hour shift. I don't know if I'm, like they will say in Christianity, I don't know if I'm talking to anybody, because my intention is to encourage you, for you to be focused. Like everything coming out of my mouth right now is meant to be a positivity towards you, for you not to relax. Don't relax. Whatever you're doing, focus, and do not be afraid that you cannot do it. No, with Yah you can. You just have to be focused on that plan, no matter how big it is. All this stuff and everything should be towards redemption, redeeming yourself health-wise, redeeming yourself in terms of where you are. I think in the past I may have said this. You will not be able to, you will not be able to fully live your life biblically in the city, in the cities, not to mention in a Gentile system. That system, it's difficult to keep the law. It's difficult to keep the law in a Gentile system, to keep it fully. And you would know with this day of this Feast of Tabernacle thing, it was very difficult for me, to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. Depending on if you have your own house, it may be easier. If you have your own house, you might be able to set up your tent, go find some leafy trees and put all around your tent, and you're good to go. So entirely, it's not, and also it's hard to find good food. The water is not real. The food is not real. So, but all these things should not overwhelm you. It's hard to find a congregation to worship with. None of these things should overwhelm you. So if you do have a plan, then focus on that plan. Don't be distracted by politics. Don't get involved in politics. Don't get involved in voting and all that stuff. Remove your mind from those things. You're a child of the Most High. Children of the Most High do not worry about those type of stuff. Don't worry about those things. Don't worry about politics. Don't worry about church. So if you happen to set up a plan and you have an agenda, maybe you want to relocate somewhere or whatever, or maybe you want to stay where you are, then when you stay where you are, focus on that your relationship with our Heavenly Father, and never play with those laws. Try whatever you can to keep those laws. Try whatever you can to put it into practice. Never give up. Even when you fall, get up and keep going. And we shouldn't intentionally fall. We should definitely not intentionally fall. What do I mean by intentionally falling? I went out. This one is for us men. I went to buy something, and I know the guy that was selling the thing. He and I were just having small talk, and there was a young woman that came to buy something there, and her money was not enough. Her money was not enough, and I added money for her to complete her money. It looks like I can see my thing spinning around. I don't even know if you guys can hear me well. So, to my surprise, this young woman asked me where I live. I told her, she was like, "Do you live far?" I was like, "No, I don't live that far." She was like, "Can you take my number?" That's what she asked me, a young woman, if I can take her number. So, if I take her number and call her and commit adultery or commit sin with her, that would be me intentionally falling. Because I say that if you fall, get up and keep moving, but let's not fall intentionally. Yes, the book of Hebrew might be garbage. The book of Hebrews might be a garbage book, but they do sprinkle a little bit of truth to it. And one of the only truths you will see in the book of Hebrew is in chapter 10, from verse 26, where it says that if we sin willfully, now that we receive the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice, but a sudden judgment that will come from Yah. Now, that one in the book of Hebrew is true, because they have to mix those lies and deception with truth. They're not going to write 100% false and give it to you, because obviously it will be very clear that it's a false book. So when the book of Hebrews says that if we sin willfully, there remaineth no more sacrifice, but a fearful judgment that will come and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's true. So my point is that we shouldn't sin intentionally. We shouldn't intentionally get ready on Sabbath day and go to work. We shouldn't intentionally get up on the new moon day and go to work. And please get that thing out of your mind that we're in Babylon. And because we're in Babylon, we cannot keep the law properly now. That's an excuse. That excuse is not right. That was the excuse that the brother gave me last night. Brother gave me that excuse last night. And if the brother is here, I'll probably say, I'm going to say this in his face right now. I'll say it in his face. Because how do you, I don't know, can you guys hear me well? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much, my brother. How do you tell me that like you're totally confused about Day of Atonement? You're not really sure if you're not really you don't know much about Day of Atonement, and you're trying to tell me that this upcoming Feast of Tabernacle, that you're trying to tell me that this upcoming Feast of Tabernacle, you're not really planning on keeping it, and you're just going to focus on the weekly Sabbath. And this is all based on because we're in Babylon? No. Please, my brothers and sisters, don't be like that. Don't be like that. And to you, my brother, that asked me that, you're not being serious. That's why I had to call upon a 80-something years old woman who is alone in Canada. That's why I had to call upon her. She's alone. She has nobody to help her. She lives alone, and yet she's the first to be over here online. When I come on, she's one of the first to be here. And she keeps these things. She's trying. And she's a woman. So let's be focused. Let's be focused. And if you really start getting that old, I wish the brother is here, but this is being recorded. Maybe he will see it. If you start getting to this age, why don't you start thinking of getting away from America? And another thing too, brother, like you said you were overwhelmed by what is happening in your country. I'm going to post this video so you can watch it. You say when you're asking me a question, you say you are because of what's going on in your country. Brother, forget what's happening in your country. Your country people don't give a damn about you. Your country people in Uganda or wherever that place is, they don't care about you. You, my brother, cannot do a thing in your country. You're 70-something years old. Start thinking about yourself. Because you, my brother, you very soon are going to see how wicked the world is. When you can no longer move. When you have to spend 5 minutes to get up from the chair. That's when you realize how wicked the world is. Because even your relative cannot help you, not to mention your country. Forget your country people. Forget them. Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12, the Messiah told Abraham to get away from his people. Go away from your people. Because you're worried about what's happening in your country, you're not going to keep the feast days. You're not even sure about Day of Atonement. What else is the Messiah going to do for you? What else is the Messiah going to do for you? He created you. He gave you everything you need. He gave you water. He gave you cotton to make your clothes. He gave you everything. He designed a system where the land reproduces food every year. He gave you a commandment to keep. Gave you Day of Atonement. Gave you all these things. And then also gave you someone that will put out his phone number and say, call me. Someone to guide you. Someone to say, do it this way. Here's how to do it. Here's how to keep the law. Here's how to... What else is he going to do? You totally ignore all this now. Focus on whatever is going on in East Africa. A place where you have zero influence. You cannot do anything. Brother, start thinking of going home. You're going to suffer in America, my brother. You will suffer. America is not for the old. Not to mention the old and the righteous. No, hell no. America is not a place for the old. Not to mention the old and the righteous. My brother, you need to start packing your bag. Start packing your bag. Start packing your bag. You're 70-something years old. You're about to suffer. Pack your bag. If you can't go back to your country, find another country you're going to go to. Find another country. Go to Ghana. Go to Cameroon. Go to Kenya. We have a brother in Kenya. I can give you his information. You go over there. The brother is going to help you establish your life over there. Because you will suffer as an older person in America. America is cruel to old people. America is a cruel place for old people. America is not a place for old people, my brother. You've been there for 40 years. It's time to go. It's time to go. But if you don't listen to me, now you sabi, as we say in Pidgin English. The time will come when you will realize these people you're screaming and shouting, these people that you're trying to defend, they don't even know who you are. They have no idea who you are. You think those people in East Africa give a damn about you? Each time you open your mouth, it's genocide in this, genocide in that. You know, that's not wise. That is not wise, and I really pray you watch this video. I know if you're here right now, you'll be interrupting me, you'll be telling me how right you are and how wrong I am. No problem. Keep staying in America. This is the time, my brother. This is the time. Map out your plan right now. Make your escape route plan. Not just you, but every other person who is in America. My brothers and sisters, you don't want to get old in America. You don't want to get old. Right now that you're moving around, right now you're able to move around. You will not understand what I'm talking about. Right now you can get up from your seat. Right now you can get in your car and go to the store. You wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. You will not understand. But once you are no longer mobile, you can no longer move. America is cruel. These people will take you, dump you in a convalescent home. It's a terrible place for older people. So please, my brothers and sisters, including you, sister in Canada, you should also be making plans, because America and Canada is the same thing. America and Canada is the same. Same thing to my Sister Martha. The Most High does not open the heaven and talk to people. It has never happened and it will never happen. The Most High doesn't open heaven and give people advice. That's not how it works. It's through his people that he talks to his people. So you should start making your way. Start making your plan. Start trying to, even if you're not ready to do it right now, have that plan. Make your plan. You need to be in a place. I'm not telling you where you're going to go and be. You can move back to the Caribbean. It's better in Caribbean than in America. You can move back over there. You can sell your house, make a plan. Be careful when you do that. Be careful when you do it so you don't get scammed. Sell your house, build a house in the Caribbean, and move back to the Caribbean. Be in a place where you can have a maid, someone to help you around. Be in a place maybe where you can adopt a child, someone to look after you as you're getting older. Find a young, these are things that you should start planning right now. For those who came from the Caribbean, move back to the Caribbean. Those who moved from Africa, move back to Africa. Now, this is morning. Now that you can still move around. Eli, a priest of the Most High. 1 Samuel, chapter 2, chapter 3. At some point, Eli could no longer see. And the Bible tells you that was as a result of old age. He can no longer see as a result of old age. It happened to him, it can happen to you. And when that begins to happen, everything changes. The only people that are going to be around you are those if they can get something from you. Once they can no longer get anything from you, nobody wants to help you. Nobody wants to help you if they cannot get anything from you. So it is now that you begin to plan for your future. Now you start planning for your old age. It is wrong for a 70 years old man to focus on what's happening thousands of miles away and not focus on himself. You literally told me that you put aside your spiritual life because of what's happening in Uganda, what's happening in your country. Brother, what do I do about I'm not really prepared for the Day of Atonement and the Feast of Tabernacle that is coming up. I don't think I'm even going to be able to do it because a lot has been going on in my country, and a lot of stuff has been going on over there, and we live in the land of Babylon, and we can't really do everything right in the land of Babylon. You literally just forfeited your spiritual life. This is not wise, my brother. This is not wise. This is not wise. This is not good for you. This is not good for you. I'm telling you, my brother, I'm saying this because I care about you. I care about you. I am not the one that asked you to come on here. You are the one that opened your phone and come on here. So if you have the mind and the spirit and the hunger to open up your phone and join us here, that means you're interested in the truth. The law of the Most High is the truth. If you have to open up your phone to join us here, your spirit is in the right place. Because those that come around me are those who wants to keep the law. Those that want to keep the law. That means that those people that care about the Most High. So that's you. That is you. But I'm telling you that you are making a mistake. And I am asking you to forget your people. Forget your country. Forget that genocide going on, my brother. Forget it. Stop talking about it. Right now, focus on you. Focus on you. Look you and look grave. You're getting close to the grave. This is the time for you to prepare. Nobody in that genocide, nobody over there is going to come help you. To be in America and be able to move around, get up, go outside, get in the car, start the car, drive around, that's a luxury. That's a big deal. And you should take advantage of it, because you see that privilege you have right now to move around, that privilege you have to move around is limited. The time will come when you will no longer be able to get up. And it's going to happen to everybody, including me. Including me. I am in a place where I'll be able, even without having a child, even without having children, as long as Yah is on my side, I have gotten to a place where I can have a maid. I can get a young man, be paying that young man to be taking care of me. And they will be doing it because of the money, paying them monthly, give them a place to stay. They will be working for you, taking care of you. But I cannot be able to do that in America. You can't. How much are you going to pay them monthly? And then you have to worry about bills. How are you going to pay your light bill, your phone bill, when you can no longer get up and walk around? So the only option is to they pick you up and dump you in a convalescent home somewhere. No, this is the time to move, my brothers and sisters. It's time to be focused. Focus. Whatever you're doing, if you choose to stay in America, if you choose to stay there, then focus on making the best out of it now that you're young. Now that you're not that you're young, but now that you're strong. It's more of the right word. Now that you're still strong. There's a very powerful proverb that my people have. That proverb goes like this: the firewood that you gather in the summer is the firewood you're going to use in the winter. The firewood you gather during the dry season, that's the one you're going to use when it's raining. Because when it's raining, everywhere is wet. But you've already packed those firewood. You've already secured them in a dry place. Now you're using them. So my brothers and sisters, whatever we're doing, let's be focused. Let's be focused. It took me years to make my way over here. It took me years. I just kept buying stuff, keeping things, buying things and just storing them. Buying things and storing them, buying things and keeping them, I just kept going. Like I a lot. Everything I feel like that I need over here, I walk a lot. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. And I'm speaking to everybody, for our brothers who are in Europe, New Zealand, wherever you are. If you are in those places, like those who are in a place like New Zealand, you don't necessarily have to move. You don't have to. And if I am to tell you the category of where you are in the scriptures, that will be Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7, from verse 9 to 14, talks about how the beast will be destroyed, the arrogant beast. Then it says that the rest of the beast was allowed to stay, but their dominion was taken away. So the Most High did not destroy all the beasts. The Most High only destroyed that arrogant beast. But the rest of the beast was allowed to continue. The arrogant beast is 100% America. The rest of the beast that was talked about is none other than the rest of Europe, countries like New Zealand, countries like Australia. They will continue. The Most High will not destroy them. but their power will be taken away. They will no longer be able to rule the world. Right now, they're not ruling the world. New Zealand is not ruling the world. People in Australia, people in New Zealand, they are not in the forefront of ruling the world. It is America, UK, America, France, Germany. These countries are the ones most likely to be destroyed with nuclear destruction. Now, look who is doing all this stuff with China and Russia. Russia is the most nuclear country in the world. When it comes to nuclear bomb, they have more nuclear bomb than anybody. And they don't go about causing troubles. Russians are very good people. They don't go about looking for anybody. They don't invade anybody. If you hear about the war in Ukraine, the Europeans are causing that war because they are using Ukraine to destroy Russia. They want to put nuclear bomb in Ukraine. Just like America will never allow China to put a nuclear bomb in Mexico. If China decides to put nuclear bomb in Mexico, Americans will destroy Mexico. They will nuke Mexico. That was what started that problem with Cuba, the Cuban Missile Crisis, because the Soviet Union wanted to put nuclear bomb in Cuba, and Americans was like, hell no, we will destroy the whole of Cuba before that will happen. So America will not allow the Soviet Union to put nuclear bomb in Cuba. But America and the Europeans want to put nuclear bomb in Ukraine, next to Russia. Russians are the good guy here. America, UK, Germany, France, they are the demonic people here. They are the evil ones here. They are provoking Russia, and Russia will nuke them. It's just a matter of time. The Most High will make it happen. But the rest of the beast will allow to continue. Daniel chapter 7, 9 to 14. So the point is that if you happen to be in New Zealand, Australia, these European, Iceland, these European countries that just mind their business, they're not going. In the past, their ancestors was colonialists, like Belgium, messing with South Africa and the rest of Africa. That was in the past. But a lot of these countries, they are no longer. They are just sitting over there, minding their business, and they are the ones who will continue. So, if you happen to be in those countries, New Zealand, Switzerland, Australia, you don't have to leave. You absolutely don't have to leave, unless if you want to. If you want to, yeah, it's up to you. But those countries will remain. The Most High will not destroy them. He will destroy the arrogant one, because United Kingdom and America is 100% the same thing. UK and America is 100% the same thing. Germany and France are the same thing. That's why they call themselves Western European, Western Europe. If you go towards the Baltic countries, like the Baltic countries will be Russia, Ukraine, Okay. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about the interruption. So not everybody anywhere, everywhere should panic and wants to leave. Those in Jamaica, you don't have to leave. Those in the Caribbean, you don't have to leave. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been saying this even while I was still in America. Yah says, come out of her, my people. This you partake in her sin and suffer her plague. And Yah tells you what her plague is. Her plague is not going to be that. Her plague will be that nuclear destruction, and it's coming. These lunatics are actually trying to invade China or attack China. America cannot defeat China. America's war against China will be suicidal, and that's where this is going. That's where this is going. But these people they are psychopaths. They are psychopathic. Why would you want to make war with China? China is not doing anything to you. But Yah is making them to do this. So the truth of the matter is that those people who are in the Caribbean, happen to be in the Caribbean, you're fine. You're not being asked by Yah to leave. If you happen to be in America, to be honest, according to the scriptures, you have to leave. I'm not saying pack your bag tonight and go right now. No, be careful. Be careful not to make a mistake. Be careful not to make a mistake. You have to walk very carefully as you make that move. And that's why I usually recommend that wherever you're thinking of going, first of all, visit there. Go and visit that place and see what it looks like. Visit the place, check it out to see if you like that place. Don't be in America and be sending money somewhere else or send money somewhere else without visiting the place first. Go check it out and see if you like it. And then work towards it. You can make a 2-year plan or 3 years plan or 4 years plan or 5 years plan. The most important thing is that you have a plan. You have a plan and then you start working towards it. Yah's willing. Something might happen along the line. Big money will come into your hand. You fulfill your plan. But if you don't have a plan and something might happen, money will come into your hand, you wouldn't know what to do. You will spend the money where you are because you have no plans. But if you have a plan and you're planning and you're working towards it, so most important thing is I'm ending from where I started. Be focused, my brothers and sisters. You don't have to leave the Caribbean countries. You don't have to. If you want to move to the Caribbean countries, yes, that's good. It's okay to move to the Caribbean countries if you want to. Then if you're in Europe, you don't have to leave Europe. If you're in the UK, yes, our UK, and you can even tell by looking at politics. Look at politics and see who is the aggressor. Right now in this world, who is the aggressor? There's one group of people who are the aggressors. The Americans with their brothers, UK and France and Germany, and the little puppet countries following them. They are the aggressor in every conflict in the world today. So they are the ones who will be taken out. So if you happen to be in France, if you're in France, yes, you definitely need to leave. If you're in Germany, you have to leave. If you are but have plans. I'm not saying pack your bags and leave. These countries can be around 10 years from now. These countries can be around 20 years from now, but nobody knows. The most important thing is to have a plan and work towards it. What do I mean by plan? Your old age. How are you going to spend your old age? Please do not approach your old age with hoping. Hope is not going to take care of you. Hope will not be carrying you to the hospital or carrying you if you are inside your bedroom, you want to go pee or you want to go use the toilet. Hope is not going to come in there and carry you up unless if you can find a woman called Hope. There are some women whose name is Hope. But even if you find a woman whose name is Hope, she still needs money. You have to pay her. There are women who are nurse. Their name is Hope. There are women over here that answers Hope. Don't count on Hope. Don't count that if you get old, Hope will help you. Because even Hope wants money. You have to pay Hope. That's the reality. I'm not kidding. Hope needs money. Don't be hoping that the future will be bright. That's the foolish way of thinking. Don't be hoping that everything will turn out well. No, this is the time to plan for it. There are better opportunities here in West Africa. Here, you could go to the motherless, homes where they have these children that have no parents. You can go to homes and adopt a child. That child is your retirement plan. Adopt the child while you're still a little bit strong. You adopt the child. Then as you get older, the child is growing with you, knowing that it is his or has responsibility to take care of you. They know it's their job to take care of you. This is a wise way to go. It's a wise way to go. If you look at 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. In fact, I have to show you this so you can see what I'm talking about. Because it was done in the past. And you should be thinking about doing something like that. I'm not talking now. I'm talking about the future, my brothers and sisters. I hate to see you suffer. I'm talking about the future. To plan for it. This is very important. Very, very important. To plan for the future. Even if you have kids. There are some people that have kids and then their kids will abandon them. You hear our sister here complaining that her children abandon her. And it's so painful when your children abandons you. So please think. Don't ignore this. Let this be part of your plan, my brothers and sisters. I'm talking 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road. What's the plan? What are you like? What is the goal? Let me share this scripture with you real quick. This 1 Kings. Let me share this real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. It was literally done in the past by one of your ancestors. I'm going to share this real quick with you. And you may not be able to do it right now, but that's fine. You may not be able to do it, but it's okay. But you plan on doing. You have a plan to do it. I'm talking about taking care of your future. You may plan for it. 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. I'm sharing my screen. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. Let me remove the ad. Okay. When King David was very old, he could not keep warm, even when they put covers over him. When King David, the man after Yah's heart, sorry about that. There was a call coming in and it kept interrupting my network. When King David was old, oh my goodness. Sorry, I keep asking you this question. There was a call that came in and it kept interrupting, knocking my thing. I don't know if you can still see the screen, but that's one of the problems I have with Telegram. I so much miss Skype, because with Skype you don't have this type of issue with Skype.
Yes, so you're this
You can still see my screen? Yes?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. So it says that when King David was old, he could not keep warm, even when they put covers or blanket over him. So he's always cold because he's old. He's always cold because he's old. Even when they put all these clothes on him, sweaters and blanket, he still feels cold. He was still cold. He was still cold. So what do they do? Well, let's see. He was so cold, and they were like, they had to do something. But hold on. There were people there, his family, they were there and stuff like that or whatever, though the Bible doesn't tell you. So now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Wherefore his servant said unto him, Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in thy bosom, that my lord may get heat. So they said to King David, Sir or Lord, we would like to suggest we can find you someone to always be with you, to be with you and talk with you and, keep you company. And David was like, okay, no problem. Whatever you guys think, it's okay. So, verse 3. So they sought for a fair damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag, a Shunammite, and brought her to the king. So they found this young girl, and they brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, and cherished the king, and ministered to him. But the king knew her not. Now let's read that in another translation. King David was very old. King David was now very old, and no matter how many blankets covered him, he could not keep warm. So his advisers told him, let's find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you. And the key word here is what? Look after her. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the time to plan for your future. I don't care if you're 16 years old. I don't care if you are 60 years old. No matter your age, Brother Tobiah is encouraging you to start thinking about your future and who's going to look after you. And oftentimes, your family will not do it. Oftentimes, your family will not do it because we live in an upside down world today. We live in a world where family only help when they can get something from you. When they can't, they toss the person out. Where are all the wives of David? Ask yourself that question. Where were all his wives? Where were they? Do you think they were there and they have a woman? Think about it. Where were all his children? Why will all his children and his wives be there and they're going to find somebody? Like, where were they? My brothers and sisters, the Bible did not tell you. But use your tongue to count your teeth, as my people will say. That's a proverb over here. We have a proverb that says, use your tongue to count your teeth. That means it's a proverb. Think about it. With all the wives that he had, all the wives, the Most High is speaking to you right now, but you don't realize it. The Most High is speaking to you to take serious your future because you will suffer if you don't. Nobody's going to help you. Most High, I did not come on here today to tell you this. Before I began to speak, I didn't know I was going to be doing this. I didn't plan to do this with you today. The Most High wants you to think of your future. Plan for your future. David, with all his power, all his wealth, all his might, all his wives, all his children, they still have to go find somebody else to take care of her. Think about it, my brother. Think about it, my sister. Think about it. And it's you with a couple of kids in 2020 something. You think that they're going to be there for you like that? It would be nice if they would be there for you, but the world has changed. The people in the world have changed. If David's wives and David's children was all clamoring around him, if they had built a house somewhere and put David and they're all taking turns taking care of her, why would they be finding a young woman to take care of her? Think about it, my brothers and sisters. If his family were there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, taking care of her, why go find someone else? Somebody might see this virgin over here and think that they're trying to find him a wife. No. Is he going to die having sex? You think that if you get that old, you're going to care much about sex anymore? They found this person here to take care of him. To take care of him. To look after these words. Look after you. Look after you. So why would they want to? That's the question that I want you to think about. Why would they want to go find this young woman to look after David if all his wives were there looking after him? How many people is it going to take to look after David? Why would they look for a young girl around the age of 13, 14? Why would they be looking for a teenager to look after David if all his daughters and sons were there? Think about that. They have to go find a teenager outside. They have to search the whole Israel to find a teenage girl to look after David. But all his wives and children were there. Wake up, my brother. Wake up, my sister. The Most High has spoken to you. Wake up. Plan your future. Plan your future. Nobody will help you. Those you're counting on will not help you. When it all said and done, it's going to be those that you don't even think about now. They are the ones that will help you. Am I talking nonsense? Aren't you seeing it right here in your face? Look at it right here in First Kings chapter 1 verse 1. It's right here in your face. What about regular Israelites? How come they're not coming to help David? What about the people that he was ruling? What about his daughter-in-laws? My brothers and sisters, open your eyes or else you will suffer when the time comes. This is the time to plan. What about all the daughter-in-laws of David? How come they cannot take turns and help him and look after him? He's old. He's old. He's old. He needs to be taken care of. Where are the daughter-in-laws? Where were they? Where were the grandchildren? And you who is a nobody, you're gambling with your future. You're gambling with your future. So his advisors told him, let us find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you. My Lord, she will lie in your arms and keep you warm. So they searched throughout the land of Israel for a beautiful girl, and they found Abishag from Shunem and brought her to the king. The girl was very beautiful, and she looked after the king and took care of him. But the king had no sexual relation with her. She looked after the king and took care of him. Who's going to look after you and take care of you? Ask yourself that question. Don't tell me the answer. Ask yourself, when you get older, when you can no longer move around, ask yourself, think. I want you to start thinking about your kids. Start thinking about your grandkids. Who is going to leave their career to come and look after you? Because you're going to need you will need someone to look after you. Who is going to do it? Who's going to look after you when you get older? That's a question you need to ask yourself. And this is the time to start planning. This is the time. If you can still move, whether you're a man or you're a woman, this is the time to plan. And where you are matters. Your location matters a lot. Your location matters a lot. The location where you are matters a lot in terms of who's going to take care of you. If you're living in Beverly Hills, California, who's going to take care of you there? You're going to have to be too much rich. You have to be too rich to be able to pay someone to take care of you. Pay someone for how many years? So that is the point. That's why sometimes you have to get to a location where it will be much easier for you to find someone to take care of you. Unfortunately, as you can see in First Kings, unfortunately, sometimes family members will not be there. And sometimes it just ends up being an outsider. Sometimes it ends up being an outsider that will do the taking care of. Sometimes it just ends up being an outsider. So the point right now is for you to think about it, plan, and work towards it. Never have the mindset that when the time comes, don't have the mindset of we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. No, don't think like that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. No, you don't do that with your future. You don't have the mindset of we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because you're gonna get to that bridge. You're gonna get to that bridge, and you get stranded, crippled, stranded on that bridge. Everybody's trying to cross the bridge. Nobody's gonna help you, because there are other people that came to that bridge with no plans. Everybody's trying to cross. Everybody's focused on themselves because they were not prepared when they got to the bridge, just like you. So nobody's going to help you when you get to that bridge with no plans. So all praises to our Heavenly Father. For those that would like to move to Africa, if you want to move to Kenya, I will connect you with a brother in Kenya. You could head towards that side. You want to move to South Africa, you can head that side. You want to move to East Africa, I'm over on this side. You come check it out. You can move towards this way. Like as I said, an arrangement can be made. You can adopt a child. They have this thing they call motherless babies homes. You could go to those places, orphanage, adopt a child, and and eventually they'll help you. You can adopt one or two, just in case if you happen to have the one that you adopted, because you may adopt a child and the child might be maybe a thief or a crazy person, and that will be taking a chance. So I'm going to say, if you're adopting children, it's a good idea to adopt two. The chances of two of them being crazy at the same time is very low. If one is crazy, then you kick them out, then one will stay. So that's how it's done. I remember, I'm going to close with this. I have a relative of mine. She passed away now. She's dead now. She was a very quiet woman. She was a very big nurse at one of the biggest hospitals in Nigeria. She worked for years in that hospital and retired as a nurse. But she couldn't have a child. She had no children of her own. So she adopted a girl. She adopted a little girl. At some point, she went to the US. While I was in California, she came to California and worked as a CNA. After some time, she moved back to Nigeria and then died. It was her daughter that took care of her. The little girl that she adopted. The girl, of course, grew up, got married. The girl doesn't know her own biological father and mother. This woman was her biological father and mother. And this girl was the one that took care of her until she died. So if she didn't have this girl, who's going to take care of her? She would have died a much, much more miserable death. So, she actually went to California, was working as a CNA, and built a house, a small upstairs, one like a bungalow. She built a house, bought a car over here, moved back. Unfortunately, she didn't live long enough to enjoy those things. So right now, the only person she has in this world was that girl that she adopted. I think she adopted that girl as a baby. But now the girl is grown and married, So, if you don't understand what I was talking about, well, look at Book of First Kings. Look at what happened to David. Look at what happened to David with all his power, all his might, all his wives, all his sons, all his daughters, all his daughter-in-laws, all his grandchildren. Where were they? Think about it. All these wives, all these sons, all these daughters, all these daughter-in-laws, all these grandchildren, and they had to go find some girl, some teenage girl who is about 13 years old to come and take care of David. Think about it. That's just the way it is. You should consider, if you happen to be in America, you gotta go. If you choose to move to Africa over here, I will help you adopt a child. Adopt a baby. It's going to be a baby, a toddler that doesn't know anything. So you will be their mom, you will be their dad. You adopt a toddler. You raise that toddler according to your own will. Because you're going to be the only one that they know. They are the one that will take care of you. That's just the way it is. You can count on, oh yeah, I'm going to work hard and save money. And then when I get old, I'm going to hire someone to take care of me. No, the person will be there just for the money. And if you run out of money, they will go. You run out of money, they go. Why do you think they wanted to bring a young girl to David? Because if they find somebody who is young, the person will be dependent on David. The person is not too wise. They are not too independent. They're going to actually help David from their heart. They will take care of him from their heart because, without wanting anything back. If you find an adult, a grown man or a grown woman to take care of you, they will only be doing it if they can get something from you. And that's even dangerous because they could kill you to get your properties. They can kill you to get what you have. That's dangerous. So, all praises to our Heavenly Father. Please, does anybody happen to have any question? Do you have any question before I close this right now? I'll move on to something else. Any questions?
I just want to say thank you for the advice. Thank you so much for that advice. It's needed at all times. And God will bless you. Most I will.
That's very good advice. All
It's a
praises.
very good one.
But the
Thank
other
you
thing
so
I
much.
want to add is that, like, if you can go into figure how much, because some people might think that they might need like 20,000 or 50,000 to move to Africa, any location. So maybe if you can go to the figure, how much they will rent, how much they will buy. I know you normally say it, I know, but just to complement or to complete, like some people might be hearing it for the first time. So they don't think they need all the money in this world.
Sorry. The sound was like I couldn't even hear Sister Bola very well. And then yours was also cutting out. I pray mine wasn't sounding like that. But could you please repeat what you said, because it's kind of going in and out in a way.
My group, I'm using a different device, so the voice is very low. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think maybe it's my network. I can't even hear you. Can you hear me, brother? Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay. What I was saying is that
Yes, yes.
if you can go into how much they will need to move, like to break it down, like you know, so that they don't think they need a lot of money, because you might think they need maybe thousands and thousands of dollars or euro or something. So I was just suggesting, like, okay, maybe they, because COVID, it was a good experience, and the year forbid we have another COVID experience. So I don't know if you can. I think let me use another device if you can hear me.
Okay, the truth of the matter is, I'm sure you know this. Anybody who lives here or who knows the place they call Nigeria knows, from what I see, and you don't really need a luxury house. To build a basic house, to buy a land and build a basic house, put a fence on it, put a gate, and have your privacy, I think that $20,000 will do it. It becomes a problem when you want to put a fancy gate, fancy windows, fancy lights. Then you're gonna need $200,000, $100,000, which is ridiculous. That's nonsense. Like, I don't know why any righteous person wanna go that route, unless if you're like filthy rich. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to have like flashy things. But I'm talking basic. I'm talking basic. 20,000. I think it's enough to buy a land and build a house on it. Basic house. They're just what you need. You just have basic things, everything basic. It's enough to do it. And for a place that somebody is going to be spending the rest of their life, it's not that expensive. A place you're going to live, you don't have to worry about paying rent again. It's not that expensive. So if I would say $25,000, including your moving and stuff like that, $25,000 it will do it and give you the key. But again, like as I said, if you think of where you are, how much you're going to spend between now and the rest of your life, or between now and the next 20 years, it's going to be way more than that. Much more than that. But to have a basic house with solar panel, just have something basic, that a place you can be and be comfortable, I think $20,000 to $25,000 will do it. For somebody's home with a compound, yes.
Yeah, brother. Can I say something?
Let me say this real quick. I'm going to give you an example, and I wish I could be showing you what I'm talking about. Here we have different types of roof. I'm going to use roof as an example. There are different types of roofs. There are basic roofs. There are basic zinc. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know those normal aluminum zinc. We have that. Normal zinc, normal iron zinc. We have that. You have aluminum zinc. You have Ghana zinc. Then you have those tiles. The tiles they put on zinc. That's very expensive. If you watch my videos now, you see those huge house. The huge house you see on my video, that's my neighbor's house. He's been building the house for years. For some time. He couldn't finish the house because he saw the house in Lagos. He saw a house like that in Lagos. He decided to come and build it in the village. Just the money he spent on the roof, huge roof, an expensive roof, just the money on and he was regretting it. He regrets it, putting that type of roof. So why do that? So I'm saying that going for the basic things, basic necessity, it's okay. It's not going to cost much. Sister Bola, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to agree to what you have been saying, and about the cost. If somebody just do basic, like you said, that money will be very good to be spent, and that is average, which is very good. To be honest with you, myself and my husband will arrive about a year plus ago. We have stayed in America for 20 years. We are back home. Within that year now, we are almost finished our own house and moving in there. So I think if you landed over here or wherever, because situation of every other country will be different. We can only know where, like Brother Tobiah is saying, we can only know wherever he is. But to be honest, the stress in America can actually kill. Ever since we have returned, we have recovered so well. We have been able to eat well. We have been able to relax with no rushing to go and pay any bill. And when you finish building that your house, it is your own forever. Nobody can take it from you. The only thing that can take it is when you don't get documentation from the government. Our land has government documentation, everything. So it is your own. And I think one house is enough, except you get back to Africa and the Most High bless you abundantly. Yes, you can build more, you can become landlord even in a strange land, but not a place in America. You can never own a house, stay there 30 years, 100 years. It's never your own. So they've designed the system that way. They will, at old age, they will even send someone out of his own house. It's very tough, like our brother is. I think this is a good advice, and I still want to say thank you, Brother Tobiah, for opening our eyes, calling attention, shouting this thing, louding it to our ears, and let us know that this thing is real. It's really real, and the Most High will wake us up to do the right thing. Thank you so much. I show Brother Tobiah our own house. We're almost done. So we thank you for it.
Sorry, I just want to support what Brother Tobiah and Sister Bola just said, because I mean we are both from Africa. I'm presently in Europe now. But being in Europe is like a marketplace for me. It's like a marketplace for me. I don't see Europe like my base. So, in fact, I'm more frequent in Africa than in Europe. And I just want to say, like that brother that died, Brother Micaiah, if people that might probably be in a situation whereby their condition can only fit in tiny house or tiny home in America, because everybody's case is different. Maybe some people already old, maybe they are just staying in the garage or hanging around. What about, idea of what we can call a tiny home? Maybe like about 4 people can share a plot of land and build something like a tiny home. I mean, maybe they cannot get 20,000, or maybe they can just arrive with paying the rent, and while they are staying the rent, they can build a tiny home. Maybe they can share with another group. Maybe people can, just to make sure that nobody will be left. Because the case of burial in America is another story again. Because the cost of burying somebody or burying somebody is better to use it to live long in Africa. So I'm just thinking about tiny home in case of people who might not be financially capable of 20,000 of such number, so that it won't delay them. It won't keep delaying them.
Yes, that's another option too. I want to, before I come to the tiny home that you mentioned, some of you might remember Brother Micaiah, the brother that passed away about 2 or 3 years ago, that we had to bury in our congregation. Before the brother died, Sister Tanya, that lives in Panama, Sister Tanya, some of you remember Sister Tanya. She worked in America, lived in America, was born in California. She was born in California, grew up in California, worked in the corporate world, retired, and then she and her husband was a doctor. They moved to Panama. So they moved to Panama, and she was still doing her thing online, in America and stuff. Her family, her children, they're in America, but she moved to Panama. I say this because before Brother Micaiah died, and that's what I was telling you, that unfortunately, America is such a cruel place to elderly people. Elderly people are not treated right in America. America is very cruel to elderly people. And that's not fair. That's not right. A lot of elderly people suffer. They suffer. They go through things they shouldn't have to go through. So before Brother Micaiah died, Brother Micaiah was getting about $1,000 a month from the state of Tennessee. I think it was from the state of Tennessee or something. He was getting about $1,000 a month. Do you know this brother was spending almost half of that money just on transportation to go do dialysis? This brother lived a horrible life before he died. Some of you remember what happened. As soon as he died, we in this congregation has to start contributing money to take care of his wife, put her up in a hotel. Did you know that Brother Micaiah and the sister was living in a house with no running water, no electricity? All those times you saw them joining us over here, they live in a house with no light, no running water. And even at that, they were under the threat of being kicked out because they stopped paying mortgage long time ago. They were not paying their mortgage. So they were being threatened that they would be kicked out. So when he died and his body was put into the morgue, the wife has to get away from the house because she can't be in that house alone. No light, no running water. So how are you going to flush the toilet? No gas. The brother suffered. The brother suffered before he died. Most of the money was going to his transportation from home to go do dialysis. Around $400 a week or something like that. Because there's a van that comes and picks him up and takes him to go do dialysis. When I began to speak today, I didn't even think of the brother. When I tell you that America is cruel to the old, I didn't even think of him. So he died a horrible death. Now, did you know that before he died, before he got his sickness, health got worse, did you know that Sister Tanya had offered Brother Micaiah to come to Panama? Brother, you're getting about $800 to $1,000 a month. We have a house here. We have an empty house. You can come and rent this house for about $400 a month. Is the rent. About $400 a month. Sister Tanya sent me the pictures of the house. Unbelievable. Beautiful, clean house. Clean lawn. Clean, like, beautiful house. A full house for $400 a month. You get about $1,000 a month from the government. Then out of that $1,000, the sister will help him find someone to take care of them find a house help that'll be coming over there helping them. Did you know that Brother Micaiah turned it down? What's the reason? Brother Micaiah said that he doesn't want to fly. The brother said he doesn't want to get into an airplane. He doesn't want to fly. And all this was happening behind my back. I did not know. Brother Micaiah respects me a lot. Brother Micaiah had a lot of respect. He listens to me. This was happening. I didn't know that this was going on behind me. It was after he died that Sister Tanya was telling me this. If I had known, listen, if I had known about when this was going on, I would have ordered the brother, get alcohol, drink and get drunk. Go to the airport, drink, and then get into the airplane. They'll carry him because they'll carry him from the wheelchair, they'll put him in the airplane. So when he gets into the airplane, he will not know himself. They'll get to Panama, the plane will touch down, and they will take him to the house. Take him inside the room and he will sleep, and the alcohol will go away. If you don't want to be in the plane because then get him drunk, that's not being drunkard. A drunkard is when you get drunk and you're walking around talking rubbish, talking nonsense, and walking around and falling around and getting naked and falling inside the gutter. That's drunkard. That's the one that you don't want. The Bible tells you that give a sick person an alcohol so they can drink and forget their miseries. That was the right time for the brother to get drunk. And then he'll be taken to the airport. So whatever feeling that he was going to have in that airplane, he will not know himself. The brother would have probably still be alive today if he was taken to, if he had gone to Panama. But he said no. He continued living in misery. He continued enduring so much. About 2 days before he died, I was on the phone with him. The brother endured so much. If the brother had left US, he probably would still be alive today. The brother had children. He had children, but there was no mention of his children. They did not know that their dad died. It was us here that was working hard to bury him. Us online. I never met him physically. We've never met each other physically. But we all came together to help bury the brother. That brother was the first time I had come on YouTube to ask people to donate money. It was the first time I posted a video asking for money for his burial. And brothers and sisters contributed. We pitched in to take care of the sister, to make sure that our brother is buried, because we're trying to avoid him being cremated. We didn't want him to be cremated. So I'm telling you that his misery would have been less if he had left. He got an opportunity. There was no excuse for him not to leave. You get about $1,000 a month. You're being offered a house, $400 a month in Panama. Why not leave? You say you don't want to fly. You are scared of. You don't want to fly or whatever. No. So, and then, like the brother just said, like Brother Hallelujah just said, you don't necessarily have to. And the brother said this is for you, or I don't know, I'm not in his mind, but I think that the reason why he mentioned like a tiny house, the reason why I think he mentioned it is that not everybody has $25,000. Not everybody has that. So I think that the brother mentioned it for those who may not have up to $20,000 or $25,000. There are still options for you. There are still options. Myself, if you remember, if you can think back, I have said, if you can find your plane ticket, get out. I will help you. I will help you. Over here, where I am, I have rooms that are closed. I have closed rooms. The room next to me is empty. It's closed. Although I have room closed here. I have different rooms. I can also help you rent a house. So if you want to, again, I'm doing this trying to be as reasonable and responsible as possible. I think it's irresponsible for me to put you in a panic mode to get you worried. No, that's not right. What do I mean? That's why I said you can have a 2-year plan, 4-year plan, 5 years plan. You can have a 1-year plan. If you choose to be in America, then you still have to think about who's going to take care of you. I am talking about when you can no longer get up and move. When you can no longer be mobile as you are right now. When you can no longer go to the grocery store by yourself. I'm asking, who's going to take care of you then? This is the time. Please do not hope. Hope will not show up without getting paid when that time comes. Please. So, yes, you don't necessarily have to. When we like the brother asked me a question, the amount of money you might need. I don't know about Caribbean. You could think of Caribbean. You can make your inquiries about the Caribbean countries, and you can head towards that way. Remember, this is not for everybody. If you're in Europe, you don't have to leave. I've already explained that, just in case for those that came in lately. If you're in Europe, if you're in New Zealand, if you're in Switzerland, if you're in Australia, you don't have to leave. Stay put where you are. Take care of yourself. So, it is what I'm saying is not for everybody. I panicked. I don't want you to freak out. I want you to get worried. Please. That's not the intention here. So, yes, here you can actually build a tiny home. But considering the weather, rain and stuff like that, and considering that building is cheap here, you don't really, there's no point in building a tiny home. What we call a tiny home, I think what we might refer to a tiny home here will actually be boys' quarter. Meaning that you buy a land, you put a fence on it, put a gate, and then build a tiny house on the wall. Yes, that's possible. In that case, anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 is enough to secure a land. Like the sister said, when they bought their land, they got the necessary papers. So around $5,000 to $10,000 is enough to buy a land. These things tend to be expensive and unaffordable when you're not around to do it. Because the person who is doing it for you might end up taking advantage of you. My house, I wasn't around when my house was built. I was in California when my house was built. And I came back and saw the house. I am not really satisfied. The compound is a mess. The flood, when they did the flood, they didn't do it right. A lot of the stuff they didn't do right because I wasn't around. So, but when it comes to expenses, that was why I also mentioned, if you remember when I did a video back, whatever you, anyway, I don't want to, today is the Day of Atonement, but we can discuss this later. My main thing is just think of your future. I showed you First Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. What you saw there is the truth. What you saw in First Kings chapter 1 from verse 1 is reality. Don't let reality hit you. Reality does not care. Reality does not care. Reality will hit you hard. Reality is not merciful. Reality is not kind. Reality is not kind. Reality is not merciful. Reality can hit you in form of health problems. What you saw in First Kings was reality. My brothers and sisters, reality struck David. That old age was reality. That old age struck him, and it will strike everybody. Look what we saw there. They say that they cover him with clothes. With all the clothes they put on King David, he still felt cold. With all the clothes and blankets they put on this man, he was still cold. That's reality right there. And it can hit anybody. So they now had to find somebody to take care of her. Remember what I had pointed out to you. He had sons. He had daughter-in-laws. He had grandchildren. He had wives. Where were they? They were not there. If they were taking turns and taking care of him, there will not be any need to go find some random teenager. Because that's what it is. Why go find some random teenager to take care of King David? Where are the Israelites? Where are the Levites? How come one Levite cannot offer their child to take care of David? You see what I'm telling you? When reality sets in, nobody's going to help you. Nobody will help you. You have to think about yourself. Learn how to be selfish. Learn how to be selfish. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. Because how can you help others when you yourself are not, when you're not, in good condition? Put yourself first. And this is the time. This is the time. I've told you how to do it, which is similar to what you saw with King David. They pretty much adopted that teenager for David. And you see what the Bible tells you. It said that she was helping David and she loved helping David. She loved taking care of David. But if they had found a grown man or a grown woman, he or she is thinking about their pocket. They will be helping David just to what they can get in return, stealing his money, trying to get him to sign off his land or his property into their name and stuff like that. They might even end up strangling him or something. But when you find a younger person, they are less likely to do that. I am not the one that wrote 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. I didn't write that book, but you saw reality there. You saw it there. These are the reasons why the scripture is so useful. It doesn't only contain thou shalt not do this and thou shalt not do that. It also has things for us to learn from. It also has that. Because at the end of the day, the reality of the matter is that, and it's so sad that it happens this way. It's not fair. It's not fair that somebody will spend their life, work so hard, to raise children. At the end of the day, the children will not take care of them. That's just, you saw with King David. So if it's happening to you, you're not alone. It happened to King David. But the way it was written in the book of 1 Kings, you wouldn't see that was what's going on there. The Bible just tells you what happened. But I'm the one now showing you why it happened. The Bible tells you that King David was old and sick, because for him to be old, and they put a blanket on him, and he was still feeling cold. Something was not right in his body. A normal person who is cold, you put blankets on them, you cover them up. Guess what? They'll feel warm if the body is okay. David was not well. The Bible did not tell you that, but I'm telling you that David was not well. Because a normal person who is cold and you put clothes on them, they will feel warm. I'm feeling warm where I am right now because I'm wearing this and I'm wearing my sackcloth. So I'm feeling a little bit warm. So the fact that they had to put all those clothes on him, and that means that David was not okay. And that was normal because that's part of old age. So think, plan, work towards it. Never, ever, ever have hope that somebody is going to take care of you in the future. Even if somebody is going to take care of you, plan it now. Plan it and make sure that an outsider is going to be involved. Don't leave your future only in the hands of your family. Because oftentimes, families will focus on themselves and their careers and their own families. If you will ever have to come this way, where I am, I would definitely help he or she to adopt a child. It doesn't cost much. There are kids languishing in group homes or motherless home or orphanages. You go there, sign some paperwork, adopt a child. So as you get old, the child is growing. Those are the type of people that will take care of you because they're growing. That's the right time. Like you see with King David. The same thing that happened to King David will happen to you. Yah's willing, that child will take care of you. Like as I said, if you're going to do it, you do too. Because you may end up adopting, the one you adopted might be a crazy person. So you adopt two, like a boy and a girl. You adopt two. Bring that's how you plan for your future. Because you're going to need someone. You're going to need physical person, like you see with King David. They said that the girl was on his bosom. The girl was with him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Did you know that my grandfather, may Yah forgive me. May Yah forgive me. Oh my goodness. May Yah have mercy on me. My grandfather.
Virgin Tobias.
Yes.
May I speak upon what you and Sister Bola was just talking about? Can I share it with someone, anybody in the congregation? Maybe this can help them and also help give them some kind of incentive to move out. Currently, I'm living in the United States right now. I had purchased some land in Nigeria and actually getting a house built as we speak. It is a one flat with 3 houses in one. It's like a condominium. My house will be 2 bedrooms, parlor, bathroom, and all the other stuff. And the other 2 houses will be 1 house, parlor, and all the amenities as well. It is government approved. I don't got the paperwork from the government. I got actually right now they are in the process of clearing the land and start building on the house. The architect and everything they told me is roughly for all that house, which is 3 houses in one, $17,000 US. So you are correct. It's like 20 to 25,000 to get something built. With the other 2 houses that I'm gonna have vacancy, I am planning on renting that out to help me sustain my finances, so I can actually have help where I'm living. So what you and Sister Bola was talking about, that is correct. I am in the process of doing that as we speak. So hopefully, if someone's listening and thinking about it, and they are unsure, and they're kind of scared and iffy about it, I'm telling you that is what I'm doing right now as we speak. The land is paid. I don't got the money sent to for them to clear the land, and the house right now is in process of start being built. So hopefully, this testimony can help someone and say, you know what, let me move out and plan for the future. Because actually, I don't want to be in the United States too much longer. I want to go where I can have a little peace of mind, a whole lot of stability to where I can have 3 days to where I can worship and not having to be under scrutiny of going to work and working on a Sabbath day, working on a feast day or something like that. And for me to rent those 2 houses out, that will be my income to help me sustain, to buy food and to move around and get fuel and do whatever I need to do. So maybe someone listening is having trouble with deciding if they need to move. Just pray to Yah and he will give you guidance. I did, and so happened that he led me to where I am right now. But that is my testimony. Just want to share it with the congregation. I am within the next 2 years, I will be in the motherland. I will be over there enjoying my life, enjoying the rest of my life. So to that, shalom, family, and I hope this was a help to someone.
All praises to the Most High. I pray that you guys heard what the brother is saying. So he said that he's in the process of doing the same thing, of trying to. He got the land, and he's in the process of trying to build in that land. So, some of these things, when it comes to some of these things, money is not really everything when it comes to these things, because if he is able to secure a place, then the next thing in terms of that old age, when you make that move, at that point you should consider adopting. I wouldn't advise you to rely on an outsider to take care of you, because outsiders, they're only going to do it because of what they will get from you. It will not be the same as someone that you keep in the house that is growing up as your child. They are more likely to see you as mom or see you as dad. So, and I want to also move to those who are, like as I said, if you happen to be in Europe, you don't really have to leave. If you're in the Caribbean, you don't have to leave. I would say that my advice to adopt, because what you saw in 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1 is adoption. They adopted that teenager for David. And you see that girl, how that girl loved David. He took care of David. He looked after David, as the Bible says. So consider doing that. Even if you're in the US, consider adopting. Because the one that you adopted, that go there, find those, don't adopt, pray about it, let Yah guide you, let Yah lead you, and I pray that you adopt, you'll be able to find someone that will truly take care of you at that old age. So even for those who are in the US, unless if you have a proper system, a proper, maybe you have a dedicated grandchild whom you can count on that to be there for you as you get old, then fine. But if not, consider adopting. People are going to be against it. People are going to think it's weird that you are old and you want to adopt a child, whatever. Don't even do what you need to do to protect yourself. Do what you need to do. Don't let people's opinion get in the way of what you know is good for you. So you can adopt a child wherever you are. Start looking into it. I'm talking about those who happen to be in the US. Start looking into it and start looking into how possible is this. If I choose to adopt, how possible? Because you at the age of 65, you at the age of 70, if you adopt a 9-year-old boy or 9-year-old girl, as you get older and they grow, they are more likely to be there and help you. The younger they are, the better. What happens is that this system that we have today, it drives kids away. The worldly system drives them away. They go out there and just to go fend for themselves and think about themselves, and then forget their primary purpose, which is to take care of their parents. That's no longer the case today. So yeah, as you can see, Brother Yada shared his testimony to help for you to know that he's doing that. He's been working on this. He was able to get a land, and he's in the process of getting the paperwork and stuff. He's going to build on that land, So, yeah, that's, it's possible. But I want to make sure that wherever you are, everyone, you understand that you have an option where you are. Everyone has an option where they are. I don't want you who is in the East, to start feeling bad because you're not doing something that the person in the West is doing. No. Please, wherever you are, see what you can do where you are. Think a lot about your future. Everything I'm sharing with you today, I'm talking about 20 years from now. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, 20 years from now, you will not feel the way you feel right now. You're going to feel much weaker because that's part of life. That's just the way it is. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the future. Don't think that all these people you see around you coming out over, they will not be there. They will not be there when the time comes. And I was going to say something. And by the way, thank you, Brother Yada. Thank you, Brother Yada, for that testimony. And Brother Yada mentioned this as an encouragement, because he has already thought about these things and he's already working on it. And that goes to show what I told you earlier. You don't necessarily have to do it now, but have your plan. The brother had his plan and he's working towards it. He's working towards it. Just like I had my plan years ago. I started working towards it. I think as I finished building my house around, or I started around 2014 or something like that, or some years ago. But it was a plan. I just, one step at a time. I didn't have money, but I was working and saving. I work and save, and you be using little by little, little by little, little by little, little by little, So I wanted to say something that I pray that Yah will forgive me. I pray that Yah will not punish me for this. Because thinking about it now, I did something horrible. My grandfather, my granddad, he and I was very close. He and I was very close. He was around 90 years old. 80 something, 90 years old. He and I was very close when I was very little. I was his grandchild, but we were very close. But I was around him because, you know, he worked hard. He worked hard and he prepared for his future. He had buildings, different places. He had, he had built houses in different places. So financially, he was okay. Financially, he was okay. Financially, he never lacked until he died. Financially. But he lacked people. So even though I lived under the same roof with him, I wasn't taking care of him. I took care of him initially, shaving his beard, cutting his nails, helping him to go and take a shower. I would walk him because he was very old at this point. He was almost 100 years old. I would walk him into the bathroom, help him take off his clothes, and then I would go stay outside and wait for him to take a shower. And then after taking shower, because he couldn't see very well, he could not see very well. He can walk, but he couldn't see very well. So I would walk him again back to the living room. I was doing this when he was conscious. I'm asking you to forgive me because when he became unconscious, I wasn't helping him. At some point, he became unconscious. He was in a coma. So he was still alive. He just lays there. He wasn't moving. And we were just waiting for him to die. I wasn't helping him. Wasn't that a time for me to be there? I wasn't helping him. I wasn't there. I wasn't seeing him. I wasn't going to see him. And I would say that he died a horrible death. So I did help him when he was conscious and moving and stuff like that. But as soon as he became unconscious, I wasn't there. And I really feel guilty. I don't think I took care of him. Now, he had 4 wives. He had many sons, many daughters-in-laws, many grandchildren. I am one of his grandchildren. But where were all these people? Where were they? They were not around. They were not around. But as soon as he died, oh my goodness. If you see our family picture, when he was buried, they all came back. His daughter in the US, in Texas, he has a daughter in Texas up till now. My mother's sister from Texas came back with her family. His son in Texas also, a pharmacist in Texas, he also came back with his family. We all came back to bury him in 2002. So there were so many people. But oh my goodness, while he needed these people, nobody was around, including me. He would lay there for like days. He just lay on the bed. He was not conscious. Before he became unconscious, sometimes he would go to toilet in his clothes and he would sit on that toilet. I'm talking about my grandfather. Sometimes he would go to toilet in his pant. There's nobody to clean it. Nobody to clean it. And he would sit on that toilet and just sit there. If you come into where he is, he'd just be smelling. This man, finance is not a problem. Money was not a problem. Money was not a problem. Oftentimes, having too many people is actually a bad thing. Having too many people, because then nobody thinks it's their responsibility to take care of you. My grandfather died a horrible death. He died a horrible death. There are moments when his nails will grow, nobody to cut his nails. His hair will grow, whatever. His nails will grow, and oftentimes he will piss on himself. Oftentimes, that's common. He will urinate on himself because he couldn't get up to go do it by himself. This is a man that went to World War II. He went to war during World War II. A man that was a soldier. He came back. Yeah, bless him. Money was not an issue. He had wealth. But that wealth could not help him. Because oftentimes, when people come close to him, they come close to him for the money, including me. People only come close to him for the money. But then at some point, people even stop coming close to him. Because let me tell you something, old age, when people get old, we human beings, we see old people as a burden. And that's not right, including myself. It's not right that we do that. We see old people as a burden, especially old and sick. We see them as a burden. There are some that do take care of their old, but they insult them, they attack them, they beat them. Yes. They brutalize them, they abuse them. They're helping their old, but they will slap them. They would, they will do all kinds of things to them. So it's a reality that you have to be awake. You have to plan. You have to. So that you don't find yourself in that situation. Never, never, never have the mindset that when you get there, you figure it out. You will not be able to. You will not be able to figure it out when you get there. You won't. And this is a universal thing. It's the same everywhere. Old people suffer a lot, especially old and sick. They suffer a lot. And it's a fate that awaits everyone. We saw what we saw in 1 Kings chapter 1 from verse 1. Plan towards that. Plan towards that. You saw what happened. They found someone for David. And then you see what the Bible tells you. That she took care of David. She took care of David. So walk towards that, my brothers and sisters. Walk towards it. And when you do begin to walk towards it, your children, your grandchildren, they will all discourage you. Oh, Mom, why would you want to adopt? Why would you want to adopt somebody? Blah, 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 blah. In fact, I will tell you, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody what you're planning to do. You don't need their opinion. Because when it starts, they won't be there for you. You're trying to plan for your future. They will try to discourage you, and they will not be there to help you. So don't let anybody stop you with their opinion. Why would you want to adopt? Mom, you're too old for that. Dad, you're too old for that. Why are you adopting a little girl? Why are you adopting a little boy? Why are you blah, 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 blah. You will be a fool to listen to them, because they will use their ridiculous opinion to discourage you, and then you're still going to be left alone. So my advice would be, Start thinking about it. Start asking questions now. What is the process of adopting a child? How does that work? If I want to adopt a child, what do I have to do? How does it work? Start asking that question. Adopt a child around the age of 7 years old. Yes, 7 years old is ideal. They're not too young. They can take shower by themselves. They can put on their own clothes. They can, because you don't want to start changing diaper right now. When I say adopt, I don't mean you should go adopt and start changing diaper. You're too old for that. So you need someone who is not too old, who is not too young. A 7, 8 years old. 9 years old is too old. 10 is too old. They may have already been corrupted already in their mind. So you need that 100% innocent child, so they can see you as mommy. They can see you as daddy. They will help you at 2 a.m. to go outside and pee without being angry. They will genuinely love you. Like you see in 1 Kings, they will have genuine love for you. But if you go adopt a 17 years old, that's ridiculous. Because you bring a 17 years old, bring a 15 years old, bring a 14 years old, bring a 21 years old. They are looking around, trying to find how to take advantage of you. They're trying to see what you have. What do you have? What can they sell? What can they inherit? They're already thinking about your debt. They're already thinking about what they can own once you're dead. You don't need that. You don't need that. So this particular advice is for everybody, wherever you are, including America. If you look at your situation, you're the only one that knows your situation. If you feel like nobody's going to take care of you when you get old, then think of adopting. Think of adoption. And you're going to be using one stone to kill two birds. Because you're going to be getting someone to take care of you. 1. Number 2, they will also be keeping the law, because you'll be raising them according to the law. So in the process of trying to save yourself, you will save a soul. In the process of trying to save yourself, you will save a soul. Because a child that begins to keep the law at the age of 6, 7, 8, they are more likely to continue keeping it. Just like it's so hard to begin to keep the law from an old age, it is also very difficult to start keeping the law from a young age and then stop. Very difficult, I'm telling you. Once somebody starts keeping the law from birth, from childhood, it's difficult to go back to eating shrimp when you didn't grow up eating shrimp. It's actually difficult to start breaking the law when you are born into it. That's why the Most High told us in Deuteronomy chapter 31 to make sure that we teach children the law before they can know anything. Before they know right and wrong, teach them the law. So you're not only trying to help yourself, you will be saving a soul that will otherwise waste away. You get to that orphanage, adopt a child, 1 or 2. 1 will be a gamble, because you never know. You might adopt a crazy person. You might adopt a lunatic. But the chances of, if you adopt 2, the chances of adopting a lunatic will reduce. If they grow up and they're lunatic, you kick them out and keep the other one. Both of them are not going to be crazy at the same time. This is what the Most High wants you to know. I did not come over here today to do this. That's not my intention. Today is the Day of Atonement, and I'm here today for us to deal on that. But this is not an accident that we had to go through this. Why are we doing this? Why? Because this is what happens when you are genuinely keeping the law. When you genuinely start keeping the law, the Most High will also genuinely start looking after you. When you are serious about the things of the Most High will be serious about your own things. Because most people are not serious about the things of the Most High, they don't think about this type of things that I just shared with you today. So what happens is that when that time comes, it's too late. Don't count on your money. Money cannot save you when you get old. The money will not be able to save you. It is this type of moves, adoption. That's what's going to save you. Don't say that you have 25 grandchildren, you have 7 sons and 25 grandchildren, so therefore you're good. You're not. You're not. And don't think that the Most High is going to open heaven and come down and help you when you get old. It's a lie. If the Most High is going to open heaven and come and help you, if the Most High is going to send an angel to help you, what about David? Do you think that the Most High loves you more than David? The Most High does not love you more than David. David is a man after his heart. So how come the Most High did not send an angel to come and help David? The Most High sent an angel to help Tobit and his family in the book of Tobit. How come when David got old, the Most High did not send an angel? You have to help yourself. The only thing that the Most High can do for you is to make sure you have this information. The rest is you're going to have to do it yourself. The Most High will not come down from heaven to help you. He's only going to help you with advice. Like this type of advice. Let me show it to you. If I can share my screen again. I'm going to go to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1. Because I don't want you to do something foolish. Ignoring this information, ignoring this is ignoring your future. And just hoping that things will work out. What? Things will work out? Things will work out? No, things are not going to work out if you don't plan for it. Don't hope that somehow everything's going to work out. Hell no, don't do that. Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1. Let's start from verse from verse 20. I'm sharing my screen. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, I could see it, brother.
All praises, all praises. So it says wisdom, wisdom's rebuke. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. This is all parable right here. The point here is that wisdom is calling. Wisdom is calling. What you're hearing today is wisdom. Your children, your grandchildren, they are good. I am not speaking against them. I'm not telling you to hate them. I'm not saying they don't love you. They love you. I love my grandfather. But when he needed me the most, I wasn't there. That's just reality. David had many wives. many sons, many daughters-in-laws, many grandchildren, but when David needed them the most, they were not there. When David needed them, they were not there. They had to go. Even his servant was not able to help him. His own servant had to go look for a random teenage girl. That's just the reality we saw in 1 Samuel chapter 1 or 1 Kings chapter 1. They had to go look for a random teenage girl to be there for David. And I'm telling you that you should do the same. Yes, you should do the same. It doesn't mean your children does not love you. It doesn't mean your wife does not love you. It means that when old age comes, it's not easy. Somebody being there with you 24 hours a day helping you. It's not easy. But there are certain type of people that will do it happily. And the way you get those type of people is through adoption. Plan it, work towards it, and execute that plan when the time comes. Oftentimes, you have to do it when you're still able to move around. Verse 22, Proverbs chapter 122. I'm reading this right now for a man or a woman who will ignore this thing and say that, yeah, I'll figure it when the time comes. We shall see. We shall see. Yah is merciful. Yah is kind. Yah is not going to let me suffer. Yah will help me. We shall see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Well, here's Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 22. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will you mockers delight in your mockery, and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke, then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I called, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, since you disregarded all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you, then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear Yah, since they will not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke. They will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. There are other translations that do this much better than this one, that translate this much better than this one. But the point here is that Yah is saying, listen to his advice, or else when disaster comes, he will not help you. That's the point. So all praises to our Heavenly Father. I want you to be at ease. I want you to be at peace. I share these things with you for your own good. I'm not saying you should start running around right now. I'm not saying you should freak out and worry yourself right now. No, I'm just saying plan for the future, prepare for the future. And of course, as always, as long as I'm alive, I'll always make myself available. If you want to give me a call for us to talk privately, however I can help you, I will. I'm not telling you, giving you one option. I want you to have multiple options. And whatever I can do to help any brother or any sister, I will. If you want to move out of America and you have no money, you can still do it. I will still help you. I will help you. You come down here, I'll provide you a place to stay. So there's no excuse to say that you can't do it. You know, plane ticket is around $800. Between $800 to $1,100 is plane ticket. So even those who cannot afford to move, those who don't have money to build a house, come down. I'll find a way to help you. I'm not going to let you be stranded. You know, for those that want to make the move, for those that want to take their time, you know, get their own land and build their own house, fine. For those who don't want to move, they want to be where they are. Okay, well, then still plan. And don't let anybody stand on your way with their opinion, because their opinion is not going to help you. Don't let anyone stand in their way with your opinion. Think about adopting where you are. Think of adoption. That's what I'm saying. Adopt a child, because that child you adopted will most likely take care of you in the future. So all praises to the Most High. Give the Most High all the glory and all the honor. Before we close this and move on, does anybody have any question or whatever you want to say before we close this one?
I want to say something, Ratibaya.
Yes, sister, go ahead.
This I want to say is that share your experience. Don't keep what is going on in your life with you, because in Africa, people can also be funny. People can really, really be funny. You can get, if you say, oh, I don't want Ratibaya, anywhere you go, whatever that is going on with you, speak up. If nobody can help you, at least some other person will learn from your own experience, because there are 1,001 people all over the world, especially in this part of the world we are. Please, don't be quiet. Don't be quiet. Say, this is what they are doing for me. Speak to one or two other people, so that they can examine what is going on, no matter how good looking things might be. Don't think anybody is helping you. Share it. Speak about it. Let other people hear, so that you can be forewarned before you get born. In this part of the world, stop. And there are a lot of drama going on. Thank you, Brother Tobiah. You have spoken very well. And it's well detailed. All praises to the Most High.
All praises. So what the sister is saying is that, because the phone was kind of breaking up, I don't know if you guys can hear her very well, but what she's saying is that you should speak up wherever you are, whatever you're experiencing. And like, let's say you're experiencing an unfavorable situation, the sister is saying you should speak up, because you never know where a solution will come from, and you will not be able to get the help you need if you don't speak up. That's what the sister is saying, and it's true. It is true, you know. So, and I want to use this opportunity, because we're family here at this point. I'm not going to say that, let me talk to the sister in private. We're all family at this point. I want to talk about Sister Maria or Sister Martha. Sister, I really, really, really want you to consider leaving Canada. Moving back to Haiti, or she's not here right now. Okay, the sister is not here. I've said this before, but I don't know if she heard me. I've told her to consider leaving that place. I am not happy with the sister's condition, because as soon as the sister is no longer able to move, she will have a big problem. She will have a big problem. So those of you sisters should talk to your sister mother. It's either she makes an arrangement and adopt a child over there in Canada. If she wants to stay in Canada, let her adopt a child that will take care of her. Or let her go back to Haiti. Or she can come down here to Africa. She's more than 80 years old. Her situation right now, the way she's living in Canada is not good. By herself, that's not good. It will be evil for me to keep quiet because I know what's coming. That sister is going to suffer. As soon as, Yah forbid, my brothers and sisters, that sister takes a fall, she goes to take a shower and falls, who's going to help her? They will come and move her from that house, put her in some elderly people's home. They will take her to the hospital. They will not bring her back to that house. Why? Because she's alone. Her children is not there for her now that she's walking around. Do you think they will be there when she's sick? They will make an arrangement and put her in a group home somewhere. If that sister comes down here, assuming if she wants to go to Kenya, I will make an arrangement with a family in Kenya, family of law keepers. They will help her over there. She doesn't have to come to where I am. Or she could go back to Haiti if she has family members over there. If someone like her comes down here, as long as I'm alive, she's not going to suffer. Because I will make sure that she has a place to stay, and I will make sure I find her a maid. It's not me that will be taking care of her, but I will make sure that somebody takes care of her. The way our sister is living in Canada, I don't like it. I don't like it. Because I know that she's one fall away to disaster. She's one fall away to miserable life. She's more than 80 years old. She's one fall away, one misstep away for a miserable rest of her life. It is not at that time that you now go and start adopting a child. You're going to, someone who can no longer move, someone who is stuck on the bed or on wheelchair, you go and adopt a little child for them? No, I wouldn't even support that. This is the time to adopt a little girl or a little boy for that sister. They will be growing together. So when she finally gets sick, that she can no longer move around, the child will already be there. I'm not happy with the way our sister is staying in Canada, the way she lives over there. Cries and complains that she's alone, she's alone, she's alone, she's alone, she's alone. She needs to live there. Or this type of arrangement needs to be made for her in Canada. We need to talk to her. I've tried to talk to her about it before, but she didn't say anything. I think I've tried to talk to her about it, but she kept quiet. Because when the time comes, you start crying, oh, may Yah help me, oh, may Yah help. Yah is not going to help you. Yah did not help David. They had to go find a maid to help David. That's the reality. So please, my sisters, I will encourage you to call Sister Martha. Talk to her. Talk to her. That sister is a fall away from disaster. They will move her from that home. You see that house that she lives in, she's going to lose that house anyway. As soon as she's sick now, they will remove her from the house and go put her somewhere else. Eventually, they will sell the house. Why not her make arrangement? I don't know if the house belongs to her or whatever. She can sell the house and move to Haiti. If she chooses to stay in Canada, fine. But let plan be made for adoption or somehow to find someone that will take care of her. That's all I'm saying. Yes,
Eddie is not safe, my brother.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Eddie is not that safe. And if she has left the place for too long ago, it will be difficult if she doesn't have anybody there. I think what our sister wants is her own children. I don't think she's going to take any other option but the children option. I don't think so. Only her children she wants. And
you don't think what?
I don't think she will want any other option. She wants her children to come back. The only option our sister wants is her children. That's what I'm saying. She's not going to leave Canada, neither will she go to anywhere.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I don't care. I don't care. The option that she wants right now, it's wrong. Because that option is dead. Her children does not want her. If the sister is here and she tells me what you just told me, I will tell, if she's the one that told me this, I will tell her sister, I don't care. I want the best for you. And that thing that you want is dead. You want a dead horse. I have called her child. I've called her daughter. Myself, I've called her. They don't want to have anything to do with her. They don't want to take care of her. I don't know what she did to them. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she did something to them. I have no idea. So I don't really care what she thinks, because what she thinks is not good for her. If she wants something that is a reality, something that can happen, fine. I may disagree with that thing, but that's fine. If you tell me that God is going to open heaven and come down and help you, I think you're delusional. And I don't care that thing that you want, because I know it's not going to happen. I know the Most High is not going to open heaven and come down and help you. So I don't care about that thing that you want, because it's not a reality. Yah did not do it for David. He's not going to do it for you. What Yah will do for you is that if you follow the type of thing that David did, then Yah will make that person that will come to love you. Yah will make that person that will come to take care of you to love you and take care of you. That's what Yah will do. Yah is not going to leave everything and come down and to help you and wash your plate and carry you to the toilet and let you urinate and change your clothes and wash your clothes. Yah is not going to do that. You're going to need to figure it out. Between now and the next 5 years, the sister is going to be in a bad shape. Between now and the next 5 years, she's going to pick up the phone and call 911. They will come and take her to the hospital. And then after that, they'll bring her back to the house. But then they'll realize, wait a minute, she needs help. She cannot take care of herself. She cannot walk around. And then they will take her by force. They will call her children. Her children will come, and then her children will make an arrangement. They will take her to a group home, to some convalescent home somewhere. That's not a good option. This is the time for the sister to take care of herself. I'm just listen. I'm just being a watchman. I'm just warning you. Whatever you want to do with your life, it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. If before Brother Micaiah died, our brother in this congregation that died about 3 years ago, before he died, if I knew that Sister Tanya had offered him, if I knew that Sister Tanya had offered him to move to Panama at $400 a month on that beautiful house, if I knew, I would have asked him to go. And if he refuses to go, when he died, I wouldn't have helped as much as I helped. You guys saw what happened. We were having meeting every day here, contributing money to help his wife, to pay for her hotel and do all these things. And what did we get in return? What did we get in return? Insult. She starts seeing us as thieves. Sister Tanya, Sister Bola, and myself, and the rest of you that try to help. She was hiding the money that was coming in. She was hiding information from us. She was suspecting us. So I'm saying that do something now that you're still able to, because the time will come when you will not be able to do something. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna buy the idea that I don't want any other option. I just want my children. I just want only my children. Your children don't want to help you. You're the one that tells us that your children doesn't want to help you. You're the one that cries over. You're the one that literally cries over here how your children abandoned you. Why would you want to count on those that abandoned you? Why would you want to count on those that you're crying to us that they have abandoned you? You're counting on them to help you down the line when you're not able to move, when you're stuck in one chair and pissing on yourself. You're counting on those that abandon you now that you can move to be there for you. No, you're being delusional. I'm going to encourage you sisters in this congregation, start calling Sister Martha and start talking to her now, before it's too late. I heard you, Sister Bola. You say that Haiti is too dangerous, or Haiti. She's been out of Haiti for so long. You're right. She left Haiti when she was a young woman. She moved to Canada. That was a long time ago. So she's not gonna. It's a foreign place to her. I get it. That's true. You're right. But there are other options. After Brother Micaiah died, there was a suggestion. I don't know who suggested that thing. One of the sisters here suggested, since Brother Micaiah is dead, and we are paying for trying to where Mr. Micaiah will stay, why not the and we have a sister in Canada who is alone about children, and then we have a sister who there's no place to stay. And that was one of the get company. She's much older. Sister Micaiah, a little bit much older compared to sister. Want to bring them together so they can stay together. So information was given to Sister Canada. Would you like this sister to come from Tennessee, join you in Canada, and help you since you are alone? Like her come and live with you. Initially, she said yes. After a couple of days, she said no. So the whole plan was aborted. The plan was for us to find a way to, for the sister to get to Canada and go join Sister Mata, because Sister Mata lives in a home. She just needs company. She's alone. And you guys hear her here crying. I'm alone. My children abandoned me. I can't speak English. I'm this, I'm that. At the last minute, she said no. She said she doesn't want the sister to come. I was like, okay. So you guys should talk to her. I'm willing to help. If she doesn't like West Africa, she can go to East Africa. I can make a call and speak to our brother over there with his family. We have an older brother in Kenya with his family. They're all law-keepers. They will help her They will help her over there to settle over there with them, or she can come on this side, or she can go back to Haiti. Being in Canada alone right now is not an option. She's going to suffer if she continues being there. That's all I'm going to say. You guys, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Help that sister by giving her a call and making this suggestion. I think I've tried to suggest it. I don't think she said anything. She just kept quiet. I tried suggesting it and she kept quiet, because the time will come when you guys will start calling me over here. I'm not going to respond. The time will come when you guys will be like, brother, can we help the sister? Brother, the sister is this. Brother, I'm not going to help. I have a lot of stuff in my head over here. I have a lot of stuff to deal with. That have to do with the work of Yah. I'm always trying to crack my brain, improve, the work of Yah that I do, trying to find ways, trying to find things to do, and like I'm not gonna let one person bog me down and hinder me serving Yah unnecessarily. No. This is the time to take care of these things. Please, you guys should start calling that sister and encouraging her to think more about her future. Her children are not optional right now. Her children, especially one of them, I don't know what's going on, but they don't want to. I don't know what she did to them. I don't know, because you see, in this life that we live, the things about us human beings, we love to state our own side. So I'm not going to sit here and blame her children, because I don't know what happened. Why do they not want to? Maybe it's her attitude. Maybe she did something to them. Maybe she's innocent. I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and condemn her children that they are evil, they are wicked, they abandoned their mom. I have no idea what transpired before that. Maybe it was her fault, or maybe they're just terrible. Maybe they are terrible. Maybe she's actually innocent and they abandoned her. I have no idea. I'm not going to judge them because I don't know them. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to sit here and say they are wicked and they're evil and they're this and they're that. I can't say that. I'm not going to say that because that's not right. Until I hear the whole story. I called one of them to talk to her, to be more attentive to her mother. She hung up on me. She literally hung up on me. So, yeah, all praises to the Most High. Okay, so I'm going to move this thing back to everyone. I'm not going to make it be, I don't want to close on Sister Mata, but please, my brothers and sisters, whoever you are, no matter your age, think about your old age. Think about your future, please. Think of who's going to take care of you. And when you think about this, do not count on your family. Don't count on your family helping you in the future. Don't. It doesn't work. they will be busy with their lives. They are more likely to pay somebody else to take care of you. We've seen today from 1 Kings chapter 1 that it is best to find an outsider to take care of you. That's what we saw. It is best to find an outsider. Some men, I saw a video the other day. I saw a video from a woman, actually. A woman was advising men that when I'm going to find that video and post it over here. I saw a video, and that video was on Facebook, and a woman was telling men, don't get old alone. Even if you have a wife and children, when you get old, find a young woman and have children with her, because she and her children will take care of you when you get old. I saw that video about 3 or 4 days ago on Facebook. And that woman has a point. How do we know she has a point? Look what happened to David. It's just unfortunate that when somebody gets old, his family abandons him, or her family. That's what happens, you know. So you have to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself, whether you're a woman or you're a man. Think of your future and protect yourself. Don't be counting on your family to help you, then, because they're not going to be there to help you. I'm telling you. Yes, somebody open their mic or your mic. Go ahead.
Hello, brother. I said, yes. I also saw such video. I also saw the video, and when that woman was encouraging men, married men, that they should do what you just.
Oh, you saw that video?
Yeah, I saw it too. I'm trying to check where I
Okay.
posted it. If I see it, I will bring it out.
Yeah, that's the reality. That's the way it is. And, you know, good things does not fall from heaven. You know, you have to plan these things. That's the advantage we have as lawkeepers. We plan properly, you know, and this will allow you to enjoy your old age. It's not good to approach old age unprepared. And money does not help. Family does not help. Money does not help. I'm telling you, money cannot do this. Even if you're a billionaire, people will only be around you because of that money. They will not really help. They will not truly help you. They will only be helping you as long as they're getting that money. And some of them might even think of killing you to get the whole money. They will not even want to wait for you to die. They might even think of poisoning you so they can get all your money. So when it comes to being taken care of at old age, money cannot help. Family cannot help. One of the things that will help is to adopt. We saw that David did that. They did that for David. They adopted a young girl for David. The video I saw a couple of days ago, the brother just mentioned that he also saw that video. A woman was advising men, married men he was talking to. She was talking to married men. She was telling married men, don't count on your wives and your children to take care of you when you get old. If you get a little bit older, marry another wife, have children with her. As you get old, her children will come up. They are the one that will take care of you at your old age. Your old wife and your grown kids will not take care of you. That's what she was saying in that video on Facebook. And she was right. But what I'm saying is that whether you are a man or woman, consider adopting. Adopt at least 2 kids around the age of 7, 8. You will never regret it. You will have a much better your old age will be much better. Okay? So all praises to our Heavenly Father. Give the Messiah all the glory and all the honor for his love and his kindness. As always, you're welcome to give me a call. in any way, whatever I can do to help, however I can help, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm alive, to help people of the Most High. To help people of the Most High. That's why I'm here. So I pray that Yah will guide you, Yah will lead you, so you can plan properly and enjoy the rest of your life in peace. All praises to our Heavenly Father.
Thank you so much for your interest in my videos. If you have any biblical question, if you have any question regarding any of my videos that you have watched, you're welcome to call me. You can call me anytime, 24 hours a day. You can call me, you can email me, you can contact me through WhatsApp, and I will love to talk to you and discuss any question that you may have regarding any of my video or any biblical question that you may have. Feel free to contact me. Also, if you want to learn more about the commandments of our Heavenly Father, if you would like to learn more on the laws and the commandment of our Heavenly Father, then this book is for you. I have something for you. This is an amazing book. It is called The Commandment Book. The name of this book is The Commandment Book, and this book is designed for any man or woman that wants to obey our Creator. If you want to learn more about the laws and the commandment that our Heavenly Father gave us, then this book is for you. This book is packed with so much information. It's an amazing book designed for those that wants to learn our Heavenly Father's commandment. So it's free. This book is free. It's actually free. It took me a while to put this book together. It took me a while to arrange and put this book together. And if you read this book, you will be able to learn different types of laws and the commandment and get a full understanding of those commandments. It is for free. You can download this book from my website. Go to www.commandmentschool.com. Go to my website and you can download it for free. Or you can contact me and I will send it to you. This book is an amazing book designed for people that want to learn more and keep the commandment of our Heavenly Father. Also, we have an online congregation. I would love to invite you to join our online congregation. We gather together on Sabbath days, new moon days, feast days. We come together to worship our Heavenly Father, and we do it online. We do it online because we have people in the Caribbean, in America, in Africa, Europe. We have people in different parts of the world, and we all come together using our phone or computer to go to worship to our Heavenly Father. So it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are black or you're white, it doesn't matter who you are. What matters is that you want to worship our Heavenly Father. As long as you want to worship the Most High and keep His commandment, you're welcome to join us. Feel free to contact me and I will add you into our online congregation. Also, I will really appreciate your financial support. I will be grateful and thankful if you can support my work financially. Right now, I am serving our Heavenly Father full time. I serve the Most High full time, and I really do need your financial support. If you would like to support my ministry with your tithe or your offering, I will be very grateful if you can do so. And you can support my ministry using Cash App or PayPal. You can support me through Cash App or PayPal. Feel free to contact me. The Most High is the one that have opened my eyes. The Most High is the one that strengthened me and support me. The Most High is the one that have enabled me to serve Him. And it will be very nice if you can also help me financially to be able to do even more work of the Most High that I'm currently doing right now. Thank you so much again for your interest in my videos. Like as I said, if you do have any biblical question, you're welcome to contact me. Feel free to call me anytime, 24 hours a day. You are welcome to call me anytime, and I will love to hear from you and discuss and answer any question that you may have. All praises to our Heavenly Father.